but here then it sounds more like an E.
Uh-huh.
So I always try to say Alice Frick.
Yeah.
But it's hard. It takes a lot of preparation to say my name in the American way.
So I think I prefer Alice.
Okay,
or
cool.
Alice, or I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you prefer?
Whatever. I always say, you know, I react to every kind of Alice.
Okay. So you are a comedian and an actress from Austria.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm.
And you're here in LA. We're sitting here in Hollywood in this nice little room.
Wow.
Would you like to introduce yourself a little bit? You know,
Yes,
who are you?
I'm from Austria, so I'm from the same country as Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I started acting in 2002, and then I did a lot of improv, and I went to a comedy competition in Austria, and I won this competition. And and I just had a set of 10 minutes, and then they asked me, "Do you have a one-woman show?" And I said, yes, of course. And then it started. So after 2 months, I had my one-woman show, and I did it in Austria, and I played also in Germany. And then I thought, okay, so I go to LA now. I need more excitement.
Great. So after the big success in Germany and Austria, you're trying the LA.
Yeah, I just bought a ticket here, and I didn't have a car or an apartment, and so I just landed in LA and thought, okay, cool. So I had a translation from my comedy program, and then, but
at least that.
Yeah, that was
That's
all
helpful.
I needed.
You know?
The first days on the street.
Exactly.
No, it was, yeah. And then I started to do stand-up here, and it's very cool because I got many inputs. Since I'm here, I got so many parking tickets and so many things happened to me, and I can use it. It's good for comedy because I can use that. So it's easy for me to write comedy in English, or especially here in LA about LA and me.
LA and you.
We are
big
just
relationship that started. Yeah, that's what I was actually asking you next. Your comedy is about everyday situations and about what happens to you in everyday LA. So was it different for you? Like, you know, the culture is different from Germany or Austria. What was the most shocking difference that you found here in LA when you arrived?
I think the 7 lanes on the freeway are very scary, because in Austria we just have 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And yeah, driving in LA is very hard, or it took me a long time to get used to it. And what else? And that everything is very big, so you have to, if you want to see a friend, just don't walk to them to next door. You have to take the car and drive for 1 hour.
And plan the trip like 2
so
weeks ahead.
So that's and the weather. But I like it here more because I'm a sunny person. Yeah. I need sun. And
there's lots of sun in LA. That's great. So what's the difference in? I mean, you get probably lots of, you know, jokes out of the cultural differences and what's happened to you, but what's the difference really in stand-up between doing stand-up comedy in Austria or in Germany and doing stand-up here? Is there a difference at all?
I think it's in Germany I have more words to use, which is easier here because I don't speak English that well, so I just have I don't have as many vocabulary as in German, so it's easier to write for me because I just have my pot and I just write my jokes with those words. But in German I can say, oh, do I say walk or run? So I have more things to think about, and here it's easier because I don't have to think so much.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't think of that.
And yeah, because so many things happened to me and misunderstandings. Or for example, the first weeks I was here, I had so many parking problems because I didn't know that you're not allowed to park on the opposite side of the street in the wrong direction.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't read all the signs, and I got so many tickets, so many parking tickets, and that's in some way it's good for comedy. Perhaps I will earn the money to pay all the tickets back.
Yeah. There you go.
And yeah, so I got many inputs. Every day is like an input, or everything I see or things that happen to me. So I get many inputs here, I think.
So did you change your you said you had a one-woman show in Germany or in Europe. Did you change that when you came here? Did you write everything new?
Yes. Actually, I have many parking stories in Austria too. I don't know how this
You're the
happened.
parking expert. You can write a book about it, maybe.
Get a good insurance. My advice. Yeah, so I have many I think the topics are different because I had a translation of parts of my program, but I didn't use it because I started to write new stuff right from the beginning. Because so many things happened to me, and it's also, I think, I don't have a special program for Austria or Germany, but it's more, I think it's more the Austrian understanding of whatever, and here it's really more about me and in LA, so it's the connection between the topic. And, yes.
Basically you in LA versus
so
in Austria would probably be more like current events or something like that?
Yeah,
or,
and it's about,
I don't know.
I have many things about growing up or what stuff happened to you.
Like very Austria specific, which people here would not understand.
I don't think they would not understand it, but I think it's more funny. It's funnier here to make jokes about me and LA and the misunderstandings than to make the normal jokes about, you know, moving in an apartment on your own and what happens then, or dating. But the concept, or me on stage, it's the same things I'm talking about. So it's the same style, but it's a different topic. Does it make sense?
Yeah,
okay.
I think it does. Yeah. Let me think about it.
Okay, yeah, it's very.
Let me watch the video afterwards,
Okay,
then I probably get it. But in terms of the stage, is there a difference in maybe how the audience reacts in Europe and here?
In Austria, we have young people, but not as many as here. So the audience is older, and here it's, for me, here is party. You go on stage and everyone is woo, and in Austria it's more.
The reserved Claire,
but I love them too because they're really very. After the show, they come to me and say, "Oh, thanks," and that was great. So, but it's not that party on stage directly. It's more afterwards. People sit and look at you, and then they say, "Hey, that was good." But
the
here they're
skeptical, Northern European look.
They don't laugh. They
No, never.
But I like the party, the partying of the people, and they're really very loud. And we don't have that kind of stand-up in Austria. We have to have our own one-woman show to make a tour or to perform. And in Germany they have more stand-up clubs, but the way they have it here, it's not in Germany and in Austria. And I like it that you really can decide, okay, tonight I want to perform, and you go to an open mic or you go to a show. So it's easier, you have an easier access to all those venues, I think.
That's great.